According to THR, a Crooked Man spin-off will be the next movie in the Conjuring universe. Based on a story by original Helmer James Wan, the movie is now the third entity to get its own movie after Annabelle and The Nun. Mike Van Ways has been hired to pen the script, which will utilize the English nursery rhyme as a jumping-off point. No release date, director, or actors have been announced at this time. John, do you buy or sell a Crooked Man spin-off movie?
I'm going to sell it something on the basis of, like, what are we going to do now? Every Conjuring movie, every kind of scary thing gets its own. Is that what we're basing the entire franchise on? Like, so we had Annabelle, we've got The Nun coming, now we get The Crooked Man. I mean, just expand it a little bit. And I did find the Crooked Man scenes in the movie to be pretty creepy, and that was cool. But I liked it in that context. I don't necessarily need to see an entire movie based. Annabelle was worth swinging at. And I know Annabelle 2 is coming out here pretty soon. But then they're doing The Nun and that Cricket Man. It just, I don't know. It feels like they're grasping at things to me. So for me, I'm going to sell it. What about you, David?
I'm going to buy it because I think I like how James Wan's kind of creating his like a Marvel Cinematic Universe version of, but it's a Conjuring Cinematic Universe. And like you said, John, it's a good point. They are just kind of grabbing every scary character. Let's just give them the automatic spin-off. But because they don't have, you know, an assortment of comic books to draw from, that's all they really have. So they could do original ideas, but I think you can still tell a good original story, but use the Conjuring as a backing to help it financially. I think to help it, you know, do better in the box office. So I'm going to buy the idea. Just less CGI this time. I thought it was just too much CGI in Conjuring too.
Christian.
I'm going to buy it, strangely enough. I actually think that The Crooked Man lends itself more than Annabelle does. I think that Annabelle's, the mythology behind it is kind of creepy, and you could do some stuff with it, but I think that The Crooked Man, I want to learn more about it. I do agree with you, though. I'd like to see them scale back on the CGI because it looked like something out of like a Tim Burton movie.
Right.
But I want to see more about this guy. I think it could be really kind of terrifying. I want to learn a little bit more about it. So yeah, I think that it could be, and I actually agree with you, David, to where you say like it's this kind of all certain shared universe here that they're doing, and it's a way to do it in the horror, and you do them for cheaper, and you could make a good profit off it. And still, someone like James Wan doesn't just make those slasher films to make slasher films. He puts some real feel in it, and he's producing this one. So yeah.